You've been tired since 2 p.m. By 9 o'clock, you could barely keep your eyes open. You turned off your phone, you turned off the light, you did everything right. And now it's midnight, and you're lying there completely awake. Heart rate slightly too fast, thoughts moving in no particular direction, body exhausted but somehow also alert, like you're waiting for something. You don't know what. This happens more than people admit. And if it's been happening to you for a while, you've probably tried everything. Melatonin, no screens, sleep podcasts, counting backwards from 300. Some of it helps sometimes. None of it fixes the actual problem. Because the actual problem isn't about sleep. It's about what your nervous system has been doing all day and why it doesn't know how to stop. In the next few minutes, I want to explain exactly what's happening inside your body when this occurs, why the usual advice doesn't touch it, and what actually does. Here's the part nobody explains. Your nervous system has two modes. The first is called sympathetic activation. This is your alert mode. Heart rate up, senses sharpened, body ready to respond. It's what kicks in when you're stressed, overwhelmed, or feel any kind of threat. The second is called parasympathetic, your rest and digest state. This is the mode your body needs to be in to actually sleep. Now, here's the thing that changes everything once you understand it. These two modes are not switches. They're more like tides. One doesn't immediately replace the other. The shift is gradual, biological, and it can't be rushed by deciding to relax. The problem most people have isn't that they can't sleep. It's that their nervous system spent the entire day in sympathetic activation, low-grade alert, managing emails, navigating conversations, making decisions, absorbing bad news. And by the time they get into bed, the tide hasn't turned yet. Your body is still technically on duty. Dr. Stephen Porges, a neuroscientist who spent decades studying the nervous system, called this the window of tolerance, the bandwidth within which your body can feel safe enough to rest. When you've spent too long outside that window, too stressed, too stimulated, too much to process, your nervous system doesn't just snap back when you close your eyes. It keeps watch, not because something is wrong with you, because it's doing exactly what it's designed to do. It's protecting you. It just hasn't gotten the signal that the day is actually over. So, what do you do with that? The first thing to understand is that trying to sleep is part of the problem. This sounds backwards, but it has solid research behind it. A principle called sleep effort, studied extensively by sleep psychologist Colin Espai at Oxford. The harder you try to fall asleep, the more your brain registers the bed as a place of effort and vigilance. And vigilance is the opposite of what the nervous system needs. What works instead is something far more counterintuitive. Give your body something to do that isn't sleeping, not scrolling, not thinking. Something rhythmic, slow, and low stakes that gives the nervous system something to follow without asking it to perform. Some people read physical books. Some people do very slow, almost boring stretching. Some listen to something genuinely uninteresting at low volume. The specifics matter less than the principle. You're not trying to sleep. You're creating the conditions where sleep becomes possible. It's the difference between trying to open a fist and slowly warming your hand until the fist opens on its own. There's also something worth understanding about the role of the body itself. Most sleep advice is brain first. What to think about, what not to think about. But your nervous system doesn't take instructions from your thoughts. It takes instructions from your body, specifically from your breath. There's a nerve that runs from your brainstem down through your chest and stomach. The vagus nerve. When you breathe out slowly, longer than you breathe in, this nerve sends a direct signal downward through your body. The threat has passed. Stand down, not because you decided to feel safe, Because you gave your nervous system a biological cue it actually responds to. The ratio matters more than the count. Breathe in for any amount. Breathe out for longer, noticeably longer. That's it. Not as a sleep technique, as a signal. Something your nervous system has been waiting for all day that nobody gave it. The third thing, and this one surprises most you people, is that the problem often isn't what happens at night. It's what doesn't happen during the day. Your nervous system needs moments of genuine downregulation throughout the day, not just at bedtime, not meditation necessarily, not any particular practice, just moments where your body gets to be genuinely unproductive, where nothing is being processed, managed, or consumed. A walk where you're not listening to anything, sitting outside for 10 minutes with nothing in your hands, a meal eaten slowly, without a screen. These moments aren't laziness, they're maintenance. Without them, the sympathetic nervous system runs continuously, like an engine that never idles. And by the time you lie down at night, it doesn't know how to switch off, because it never learned where the off switch is. Dr. Matthew Walker, who researches sleep at UC Berkeley, puts it this way: the brain doesn't manufacture sleep on demand. It can only allow sleep when the conditions are right. You're not trying to make yourself sleep. You're trying to make it safe for sleep to happen. The noise at midnight, the restless body, the alert you can't explain, the waiting without knowing what you're waiting for. That's not insomnia. That's a nervous system that spent all day being asked to be ready and never once received the signal that it was allowed to stop. It's not broken. It's exhausted in a way that sleep alone can't fix, because it needs something to come first. Not a technique, not a supplement, just the message it's been missing all along. The day is over. You made it through. You can let go now. If your body struggles to believe that, the next video on this channel goes into why that happens and what sits underneath it. It's there when you're ready.